Other local news tonight, there are continued concerns surrounding the creation of a city library board subcommittee. That committee is tasked with reviewing the current book collection development policy.
Yeah, but there are those afraid the effort could ultimately target books having to do with diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's a topic that had dozens of people on both sides of the issue show up to today's library board meeting at the La Retama Library. Our Bill Churchwell was there. He joins us now with details on the meeting. Bill?
While there was no action on the agenda other than hearing an update on the subcommittee's efforts, residents still showed up in full force, turning to the comments section of the meeting to debate access and what type of books should be allowed on shelves at our public libraries.
For the good of everyone.
A boardroom so packed, this man sitting on the floor as residents showed up in force to debate what should be on library shelves.
This is not a school library. It is not a facility solely for children.
Concerns from the LGBTQ+ community rose after new board members were appointed last year.
Being gay is not a choice. It cannot be learned. You can't catch it. It doesn't rub off on you.
However, there were many with other concerns focused on the type of material that they argue would be inappropriate for children.
They destroy, they are sin. They destroy marriages.
It was last month when the board voted to relocate a book titled Doing It Right to the adults section after residents had called for its removal.
These books that they're procuring, if they're considered pornographic, they need to be in a separate section.
The board also forming a subcommittee to review or evaluate the library's book collection policy. Meantime, resident Tom Taglaboo says that the current policy works and that the subcommittee is not needed.
The policy is not a place for some members of this board to act as the morality police.
Another concern from the Pride Center is over a possible loophole that would allow the subcommittee to report directly to City Council to request changes rather than going back to the library board. Carrie Moore joined the board last year. Her application listing her employer as Citizens Defending Freedom.
We want diversity. We want all those things. We want all of that stuff. But the word gets out that we're a bunch of book banners and all this crazy stuff, and suddenly people are up in arms. We don't make those decisions to get rid of books. That's not our job.
Esteban Macias, who signed up to speak, says what his child reads should be left up to parents.
I, for my child, would not want to restrict my child to learn what they wish to learn.
Another concern brought up is that the meetings for the subcommittee are not open to the public.
There is a lot of things being done behind closed doors, and so the community doesn't have a very open and transparent understanding of what the subcommittee is doing.
Now, another person tells me the board is wasting their time by focusing on the book collection policy when they should be focusing on the budget. That's because we also heard during the meeting that the board has been asked to reduce the library's budget by 5%, which equates to about $200,000. We'll continue to follow this story. Back